That's a good cup of joe. And I got to tell you, I need the thermos today because it is cold out here in the Gideonstactical garage. What is going on, blade addicts the world over? If you're new, I'm Aaron. And if you're watching this video, you are probably addicted. You can't get enough of the edged tools. It is something that has absorbed your life. It consumes your time. When you're at the office, you're clicking on whatever the latest drop would be. That's probably why you're here checking out this video, and I'm going to scratch that itch for you today with this brand new offering from Civivi. I was not expecting this blade at all. Showed up, and I was like, what do we have here? And this is the Outlaw Muck. So it's based off of the Nessmuk design, and I'll be honest right out of the gate. Nessmuks are not usually my jam, regardless if they're in folders or fixed blades. I just don't really connect with them usually. I have like maybe two in my collection of, I don't know, a couple hundred pocket knives and fixed blades right now. And so they're just not something I usually gravitate to. So when I saw it, I was like, wow, this looks like the symmetry is insane. It looks like a snake. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. We're going to jump over to the Blade Boot Camp stump and actually get to work with it and see if the performance outweighs some of the uniqueness of the design. And speaking of design, this is designed from a fellow YouTuber here on YouTube, the American Outlaw, right there. And his YouTube channel, he's coming up on 1 million subs, so congrats to him. And he does lots of stuff, including, I guess, knife designing on the side and making knives on the side. And this is his brainchild. And so let's find out today what this is capable of, if there are limitations, and leave a comment as we're jumping over to the stump to test it out. Am I in the odd one out and you love Nessmuk profiles, or are you kind of like me, like, it's all right, run, Rudolph, do. Whoa, okay, I'm digging that. Wow, right out of the gate, racing right away. That was some speed. Tip. I mean, okay, so even though I'm not quite sure, I mean, the symmetry is awesome, but like actual knife symmetry, but it feels fantastic. That immediately in this grip. So if you do a lot of this type of guided cuts, you know, that would be for like food prep maybe, this type of cutting like that, cleaning game and fish, you name it, like that. Boom, boom, and you want to use this knife. The geometry for that grip right there is some of the best I've ever felt, honestly, in my hand. Got to keep it real. Got to keep it real. You never know. Maybe it's wonky as heck. Wonky as heck. But because of that sweeping, man, that blade is really good, dude. Wow. Dude, that was like straight razor level. Say what you will. Civivi has excellent edge geometry from everything I've ever had from them. So what about water pipe? Right. Now because of the, oh yeah. Check the box. 'Cause Santa Claus is coming to town. He's gonna drop off this pocket knife right into the ground. Doesn't make any sense, but na. All day. If you like using your pocket knife for food prep, or you find yourself doing that a lot, you could pick a lot worse blades. Faux show. Now, this, because of the continuous edge geometry that this blade has, the velocitizing of the paracord should be perfect. And yes, that is a word in the knife dictionary. Velocitize. I need to get some more of this. This has been fun to cut through this. This is corrugated polymer signage from like your Remax. But it can be brutal on a knife edge if you're not careful, but that is doing delightful. Okay, this is like really trashy cardboard. I don't even know what this was in. It's been pretty tough to cut because it's so flimsy. It's almost like, I mean, it's not paper, obviously, but, yep. clean. You may be curious, this is the Stonewash. You can get it with a blacked out version as well. You are looking at, from handle to tip, about 3.47, so I appreciate the size. The blade length is excellent. That's what I usually look for, is between like 3.25 and 3.75 blade length. That is my jam. That is what I prefer to carry in a folder. So we have that along with a very high flat or saber grind. And then you're looking at Sandvik 14C 28N steel. HRC is 57 to 59. So easy to work with, maintain, tough, durable. It's a great kind of just all around steel. Santa Claus is coming. So this is always like my #1 way that I can tell how is the edge. Or one of my tests. I mean, this is why I do the different tests, guys. It tells me, communicates to me what I can communicate back to you about the blade. Ergonomically, excellent. I think did they change something on the pocket clips recently? And the answer is yes. They have absolutely upgraded and changed out the pocket clips, it would appear. This is the Praxis, an older design, which I wasn't never like a huge fan of that pocket clip. They've kind of like dialed down the pocket flare there a little bit, so less likely to grab onto stuff. And just seems to be a little bit more practical. Easily a better pocket clip, I would say, than the Praxis and some of the other older Civivis that might be out there with that design. And the pocket clip is ambi. You can swap that right or left, which is good because of the flipper design. So the design itself allows for great ambidextrous capability, runs on ceramic ball bearings, so nice and creamy, and a nice kind of recessed button. The button kind of concaves a little bit, so that's kind of cool. A little bit of class right there. And then you can easily push that and operate it that way or with the button lock itself. The design still hasn't grown on me, but the performance is excellent. If you connect with the design overall, this thing is performing exceptionally well. The sweep, the curvature is just so cool. Excellent guidance, you know, for all sorts of different activities. And I think part of it also is just the symmetry of the handle. The handle has that sweep. Now, this is a cool kind of, I'm thinking of like, again, Outlaw, you know, like Game of Cards, black and white. You can get like, you know, green G10 with black, you know, blade. You can do a lot of different stuff. This is just one of the kind of more classy, I would say, styles in the G10. And then they've made it 4.6 inches overall handle length. So it absolutely is going to fill out my large size hands with 3.25 knuck span. Plenty of real estate. The guard is just enough there to kind of give me a little bit, you know, to keep myself from just creeping over, which is good. I don't have to dig into a choil or anything like that. There's no hot spots anywhere on the design. And it's going to be just over 1/2 inch thick, flow through construction, skeletonized, making it under 4 ounces. So and the tip is buried, you know, lanyard hole out the back there. Guys, I mean, if the design connects with you, this is a wicked blade. It is wicked for a lot of different performance capabilities. And, you know, the value's there. And I'll just run in one size perspective more than anything else. This is the Praxis. Praxis is just a hair larger. This is the full-size Praxis, not the Mini. You guys know how I feel about the Mini. But there you go. So that's where that stands in sizing. And the Outlaw Muck is right around like 60 to 65 bucks, I believe, last I checked. I will have links over to all the affiliate networks that I regularly partner with, so you can check those out as popping up here and in the description box below this video. So if you want to check out all the different variants and options that are available. But it's exciting. It's cool. It's cool when you find a blade that you're kind of like, eh, but then it just performs really, really well. This is an excellent performing blade, and if you're into the next Nessmuk design, I think you're going to totally dig seeing this. But leave a comment below what you guys think about this model, and especially if you already own it, how has it been performing for you? Appreciate you guys. Check out the other video. Subscribe if you haven't yet. Jump on over to Patreon. Get entered in to win that upcoming gear giveaway. And until next time, always remember, stay equipped, stay prepared, and I'll see you out there.